Hello, fleet safety classmates. My name is Carlos Rodriguez. I'm going to be your instructor for the next 8 weeks. We are going to be covering a number of interesting topics related to fleets. We're talking primarily fleets like trucks, commercial trucks. You might have smaller vehicles like pickup trucks for maintenance operations, and also to motor vehicles. And so, just a little bit of background on my part. I have always worked safety positions with responsibility for fleets. I worked for city of Pasadena in California, and we had a large municipal fleet. And my current role, working for Marathon Petroleum, also have worked and continue to work in fleet operations, as well as terminal operations, where, for example, at one of my locations, we have as many as 250 fuel trucks going across the loading rack to deliver fuel products to a number of the retail gasoline stations here in Southern California. So I do get involved, have the opportunity to get involved with fleet type issues, and I find it to be one of the more challenging areas because in terms of compliance, there's just so many federal and state regulations that go along with it. And we'll be talking about topics related to not only DOT compliance, drug testing, drug and alcohol testing. We're going to be talking about ergonomics, some financial aspects like return on investment, and cost benefit analysis. So there's a lot to the course, and I'm looking forward to this is about the fourth time that I've taught this course. A couple of things, some pointers. For the discussion board, each week you will be required to do a discussion board posts. Nothing too different from what you probably experienced in some of your other Waldorf classes. So you'll be posting your own post and then a reply post. Really want to encourage you to put effort into your posts. They're not just one or two sentences and checking off that you completed your assignment for that week. These posts are intended to be where you investigate the issue, do your own research online using your textbook, and then sharing information with your classmates and myself. It's to that degree that you're involved in the process is where the real learning takes place. So I encourage you to post pictures, to post videos, to post web links for any interesting information that you might find on the internet related to the topic. And sometimes those questions sound very simple statements of what you should be doing and looking at. But I can guarantee you, if you come and post one or two sentences in reply, you're going to get a low grade. And so I take that part of the discussion board to be very important. It's where the actual learning takes place. In addition to that, you're going to be doing a couple of assessments, which these are they look like an online test, where you're given a question and then you're expected to answer the question. Sometimes those questions come with wording minimum, so 400 word response, a 500 word response. You need to pay attention to that. Points will be deducted if you do not meet the wording minimums. In addition to the assessments, you're going to be required, I believe, to create 2 PowerPoints on topics related to driver safety, safety programs. They're meant to be real life type of PowerPoints. And one of the things that you should do when you make your PowerPoint is actually try to present it, because you will find where you're putting either too much information or too little. I encourage you to put pictures, graphics, but it has to look like an actual PowerPoint that you would be presenting to management in your workplace. Then, in addition to the PowerPoint assessments, you have, let me see here. Yeah, the PowerPoint, the assessments, And I think that there's one or two actual essays that you'll be writing on topics. Excuse me for that. So it's assessments, PowerPoints, and then doing the essays that are part of the assignments. So it's a fairly straightforward class. There's not a lot of ambiguity about what's required. It's just that what you do put together needs to be done well. And aside from that, I'm looking forward to the course. And I would also mention too that the textbook is really important. You have the option to either buy it, purchase it, but when you do those assessments, the majority of the test questions can be answered using the textbook. Also, too, there is the e-textbook, which is available on the course Blackboard. So you definitely need to look at the textbook, especially with those assessments, to answer the assessment questions. And if you have any questions at any time, feel free to email me. If you're getting stuck on some particular topic, we can have a phone discussion. Another thing that I would also emphasize is if you are falling behind, call me. We can reschedule work so that you can get it turned in. And the other thing too is if you're sick, family situations come up. Right now with COVID, things can happen in that area. So please keep in touch if you're having difficulty staying on top of your assignments. Okay. So once again, my name is Carlos Rodriguez. I'm looking forward to the next 8 weeks. And at any point, if you have any questions or any trouble with any of the assignments, just let me know. Take care.